So now that the face has tightened buff all over it, I'm going to use watercolor pencils to apply shadows to it. I'm gonna apply shadows around the eyes, around the nose, surrounding like right in the hairline, around her neck. And I'm going to use this aqua stroke pen that has acrylic glaze with a touch of water in it to make the watercolor pencils permanent. I had to tell you that this is the second video I shoot about the face, because when I went to edit my videos, my hair was all over the video so you couldn't see it. So if this face turned out a little different, that's what happened. So I'm going to start adding shade with a Derwent Intense, and this is a tan color, and I'm going to apply shadows. Just follow the shadows of this sketch if you're using your sketch. If you're using your own, then you know what I'm talking about. But I'm just going to apply this tan color all over it where the shadows are already in the sketch. Around the nostrils, underneath the nose, this little circle, on top of the face, the eyes, I'm sorry, around hairline. And then I'm just gonna move this paint using my fingers and the aqua stroke filled with the acrylic glaze. So you can see it moves the paint around. It looks really cool. I like it. This is one of my watercolors is one of my favorite things to do, for real. And use your fingers to move the paint around. And when it comes to watercolor pencils, you really don't need expensive types, I don't think. But of course the quality differs in between, for sure. Don't forget the neck. Then I'm gonna use purple. This is just Faber-Castell purple one to add more shadows where I just added shadows at. I'm using purple just so it matches the page, because I'm already using purple. And don't worry if it gets too dark, because you can always use white or more tightened buff on top of the colors. You had to really let it dry. I'm thinking that I didn't let this page dry a lot, and now the paint is not really coming out very good. So do that. Let it dry very good once you apply the face. And don't forget to use some kind of fixative when you print out the sketch, if you use an inkjet printer. I'm going to use purple for the lips. The top lip is always darker, don't forget. I'm applying purple to the lip also in the bottom, but I'm going to add white to it so it gets lighter. Applying white, make a lighter purple. And I always apply white on the T-zone of the face, right here. On the top of the nose, the little ball of the nose, the nostrils. Cheekbones. Okay, I had to tell you, I don't know, this page is really coming a little different than the other, the final. Please bear with it. Still the same process. I'm just applying white to make it a little lighter. I also apply white right on the eyes just to make it pop, and it will take okay. Her eyes are gonna be green, so I'm applying green now. If you ever film in a video of what you're doing, make sure your hair is out of the way. I didn't, and now that's why I'm having to do this over. Okay. Find a little bit of white to make this color a little lighter. I always use my fingers to tap the colors around. Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit of brown to give a shape to this nostril, which is getting too big. I have a big nose. My girls always have big noses. And I have big lips and I pout a lot. I'm very capricious that way. So I'm applying that brown shadow just to define more the nostrils and the shadow around. Underneath the neck is always darker. Excuse me. I'm gonna apply some shadow in there. Hope you can see that. Yep. Okay, I don't know. This video is not coming out as good because this face is getting all it's wet. I think I'm gonna have to let this dry. A little bit more shadows. To this side of the face to show that there's where the shadow is. Let's try this again. I always use my fingers to just pat the paint around, so let's see. Okay. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit because it's kind of running. And then I come back to show you more. I'm gonna add some pink to the cheeks. And also using a watercolor pencil. Put that in. It's really frustrating when you do something and then you have to redo it and it doesn't turn out the same. So take this part of the video like just like I made a mistake and I had to repeat it. And here I'm just applying white to give the nose a little bit more of a definition. This is brown, and you just saw me using a Faber-Castell size B to add a little bit more detail into the eye and the eyelashes. Some people don't like making eyelashes, me included. I just think it's cute. On journals I really practice and do whatever it takes to just make it look nice. There I use just brown and then just applying shadow, more shadow to the face. And this might sound a little repetitive because I probably will show you how to do the eyelashes again in this part of the video, but bear with me. I really just had to repeat myself this time. But it's just for fun, so no pressure. I hope you see it that way too. Apply a little bit more pink. YouTube said that I can put videos longer than 15 minutes. They just sent me an email. But I had tried before and it didn't really happen. So we'll see if I'm able to. Okay, this face totally looks different, but still. I wanted to just show you that I just use tan. I use purple for shadowing, green for the eyes, pink for the cheeks, and I use a little bit more of brown, a darker brown, to add more shadow. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you in this one. Enjoy!